Hi guys, this video is going to be on solving equations with variables on both sides by using the box method. And so this is a different way that you can use to help you solve equations. The steps for the box method are there on the side. So step one, you would draw a box on each side of the equation, just like we see here in this example. Step two would be to move all of the variables to one side and all of the constants to the other side. So I am going to go ahead and actually write that down. I'm going to want all of my variables over here and all of my constants over here. Now that I did that, then I will be moving on to step three. Oh, well, actually, for step two, something that you need to remember is that when you're moving the terms, if they cross over to the opposite side, you have to switch the sign. So if it's a positive, switch it to a negative. If it's a negative, switch it to a positive. Step three is to combine the two terms in the smaller boxes and put that number in the bigger box, and you'll see what that means. And then step four is to divide both sides by the coefficient. Once you do that, you would get to step five, which is to continue solving to get x equals something. So let me go ahead and get started. So I already drew my boxes. Now I'm going to look at my equation to determine where each term is going. So the first term I have is 5x. 5x has a variable. The variable is x. So remember, the variable is the letter, okay? So anything with a letter goes on this side. Anything without a letter goes on the opposite side where it says constants. So 5x has a letter, so I'm going to drop it down. 3 does not have a variable. It does not have a letter, so it's going to come to the opposite side. And because it switched sides, it's also going to switch signs. 2x has a variable, and again, because it switched over, it crossed to the opposite side, it's going to switch signs. So that will become a negative 2x. And then we have positive 6, which drops down because that is a constant. Okay, so that was step 2. Step 3 is to combine the two terms in the smaller boxes and put that in the bottom portion of my square. So I want to go ahead and combine 5x and negative 2x, right? So because the signs of 5x and negative 2x are different, one is positive, one is negative, then I know that I have to subtract those numbers. So I would end up with 3x. And it's positive because 5 is the bigger number. Okay, same thing on the other side. Signs are different. I have a negative 3 and a positive 6. Signs are different. Different signs mean subtract. So 6 minus 3 is 3. And again, it is positive because 6 is the bigger number. Now I'm on to step 4. Step 4 is to divide both sides by the coefficient. The coefficient is the number that is in front of your letter, in front of your variable. So in this case, I'm going to divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So I will be left with x, that's what I have here, equals 3 divided by 3, which is 1. X equals 1 is the answer to that equation. Okay, let me give you two more examples. So the first one says negative 5x plus 20 equals 10x plus 35. The first thing you want to do is create your boxes. Once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and move my terms to their corresponding sides. So remember, variables go on the left, constants go on the right. Negative 5x, that has a variable. The variable is x. I'm going to drop it down. 20, that is a constant. It's just a number by itself. So that's going to cross over, and you have to remember when you cross over, you have to switch the sign. So that positive 20 becomes negative 20. 10x has a variable x, so it's going to cross over. it's going to become a negative 10. And then 35 is a constant, so it's just going to drop down. All right. Step 3, once you have those small boxes filled in, you're going to go ahead and combine them. So negative 5x and negative 10x, that's same signs, adding keeps, so I have negative 15x. And then negative 20 and positive 35, that's different signs, subtract, so I end up with a positive 15. Step 4 is to divide by the coefficient. The coefficient here is negative 15. In order to divide by that negative 15, in order to get x by itself, I need to divide by that negative 15 on both sides. Okay, so negative 15 divided by negative 15 is just 1. So on this side, I'm left with x equals, and then positive 15 divided by negative 15 is negative 1. X equals negative 1 is my solution to that one. For the next one, again, first thing you want to do is set up your boxes. And once I have my boxes, I'm going to go ahead and start moving things around. So negative 8x has the variable x, so that's just going to drop down. Negative 2 is a constant. It does not have a variable. It does not have an x. So it's going to cross over, and when it crosses over, it's going to become a positive 2. Negative 10x has a variable, so that's going to go over here on the left, and because it crosses over, it's going to become a positive 10x. And then negative 10 is a constant, so I'm just going to bring that down. Now that I have the two terms inside my small boxes, I'm going to go ahead and combine them. So on the left, I have negative 8x and 10x. Signs are different. Different signs subtract, so 10 minus 8 is 2x. Same thing over here, different signs subtract, and I get negative 8. Now, step 4 is to divide by the coefficient. Remember, the coefficient is the number that is in front of the x. So in this case, the coefficient is 2. So I divide by 2 on both sides. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I can cross them out. I'm left with x equals negative 8 divided by 2, which is negative 4. So the solution to that equation is x equals negative 4. All right, so the next 8 problems are practice for you to complete. If you have any questions, please let me know. Bye.